Warning, this podcast will contain spoilers. What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the As Seen on TV podcast for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3. I keep wanting to say 4. Season 3, Episode 5, 4,722 hours.
525,000. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, God. That's usually sort of like, oh, God.
I remember that from school.
I'm your host, Mike, and joining me are the usual faces of Rachel.
Hi, Audio.
Hi-dio, and Clio.
No.
Ciao, and Erika. So, this week was the week of good episodes. I cover 2 shows. Well, technically I cover 3 shows tonight. And fantastic episodes all across the board here. So, I'm in a great mood right now. But, we've been saying these episodes have been focused to the point, minimal, sidetracking, just like a couple of threads that they follow. This episode was one thing happened.
Yep.
For 42 minutes.
It was a story.
It was a story.
It was a story we needed.
Engrossing. I forgot it was a story.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they were at the end of the episode, when it was like, and so Fitz, that's what happened. I was just like, oh,
that's right. We're watching this.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it was really. I mean, it was something we needed too. It was something we definitely needed.
It was something different. Yes,
Okay.
Giggles?
You're right.
No, I just went on Wolfram Alpha, and I typed in 4,722 hours, and you know what it popped up?
Go on.
Suppose the time it would take to determine Iraq's future. I don't know.
Okay.
That's why I just laughed out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Thank you, math website that's better at math than I am.
Yeah. 196 days, 18 hours,
A long
28
time.
weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was there for a while. So,
Ooh.
And I
It
mean,
was a story. It was a story. It needed to be told because we were all like, "What the fuck happened?"
yeah, definitely.
And I'm glad they told it all in one instead of like clips here and there.
Yeah.
piece together
Or like
over,
tried to fit it in the middle of something that was happening in the episode.
Yeah.
Making it its own thing definitely was the right choice.
like, pulling an Arrow and showing you, that's... Arrow was alright. I just finished the first season of Arrow, and it's like, we're going to piece together Oliver's survival story over the course of the whole season.
Yeah.
And the whole next season.
Well, definitely as Arrow progresses, the flashbacks sort of serve more to highlight what's going on in the actual episode more than to say what happened in the past.
I can appreciate that.
Than S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
So Simmons is stranded on an alien world. Initially I had my gripes with this episode. Like, the whole, I'm thinking to myself, as soon as she got there after 12 hours, I'm like, all right, search down some water and some shelter.
Like, you'd be thirsty by now.
Yeah, and the average person can survive 100 hours without water. And I'm thinking to myself, if you're drinking your own piss and, other things, yeah, sure you can.
I like the fact that, within the first 6 years, she's just doing what she's trained. She's going in automatic. She's in auto mode, and she's just recording things, and she's trying to keep her mind. And then finally, she's like 13 hours. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep. But my whole thing is...
But she sleeps in the middle of an opening, and I'm like, no, go, hide under a crag
exactly.
or something. Don't sleep in the open.
As far as she knows, the planet was stable and there's nothing living on it.
Yeah. But still, I would find a place to.
I know.
Kind
I
of
would.
hide.
I would find a place
up
to.
against my back in order to sleep.
But yeah, even if you could 100 hours survive without water, like after 60 of those hours, you're going to be like dying of thirst, incapable of doing anything.
I mean, she was.
I know, but
She was crawling at one point.
From what I understand, like the last, third of the time without water, you're just going to be laying there as a husk, unable to do anything as you slowly die.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, Gemma's not a pushover.
No, she's not.
A pushover.
Like I said, tiny gripes that were all erased.
Oh, yeah.
So she survives, and she meets our new character of the week, Will, who is apparently an astronaut who was stranded here 14 years ago. Which
there were so many points of her interacting with Will where I'm like, don't make this weird. And when they finally kissed, I was like, you made it weird. You made it weird.
As soon as they started working together, I'm like, oh, she's going to bang him.
Well, you think about it. They're the only two on the planet, and they have a feeling they're never going to get off. So,
yes,
things are going to happen. I mean, it's either that or she's yelling at the planet again about there be no sun. Come on, sure.
No, believe me, I understand how it happened, why it happened.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm pretty sure it didn't last very long. It's been 14 years for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. It's been a while. So this, I mean, just the basic. There's plenty of things to talk about, but just the basic episode spoke for itself. I mean, they're on a planet. If they go to a certain area, there is a storm that pops up with a murderous figure in it.
The no-fly zone.
Like, as he calls it, the no-fly zone. There's a figure who, the first time Gemma sees it, really looks like the Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
Like black cloak, hooded figure.
It's just like this black blob thing.
This black blob, and it's clearly holding a bladed weapon.
I really thought they were crazy because I didn't see a figure, and no one else was watching the episode with me, so I couldn't ask anyone who was sitting with me, and I didn't go back.
I'm gonna bring up some questions about this in a second. I'm just giving a quick summary because she meets Will.
I know we kind of skipped over, but who was really grossed out when she started eating the stupid thing out of the water?
She was.
I was.
She was.
And
she was really grossed out eating.
And then the noise, the sound they made, I was like, oh.
Yeah, the noise was the worst.
You do what you gotta do.
Well, I know that, but I'm just saying the noise was the worst. Actually, listening to it was like, oh God, that's gross.
All right, so she finds food, meets Will, is his captive. They work together after that. A whole bunch of stuff happens.
Beats the shit out of him.
She uses her cell phone battery to power his old, nav computer, and figures out that the portal is not random. It will appear at certain places. They fail to send a message through, and then it just shows the rest of them surviving until she sees the flare. Mm-hmm. And Fitz rescues her.
Well, they're out there going to watch the 19 years of the sun cycle.
Yeah.
See the sunrise.
Finally see the sun.
Just like the movie Pitch Black, except the opposite. Pitch Black, it was light for 22 years, and there was a short period of darkness.
But the worst things came out of the darkness.
Yes, the worst things came out of the dark. So I'm expecting okay, you're going to have 4 minutes of sunlight every 18 years, and it's just going to be the most intense, set everything on fire sun.
Yeah, we found out it wasn't, but
Well, I would assume that Gemma had also done the math.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she would have known that it wasn't gonna fry them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, it was intense.
So now the real crazy questions start. Was Will even real?
I think yeah.
Are we questioning that? That's
a question that's out there.
Really?
Was Will even real, or was he part of, because when the storm was... Here's something I noticed. Because the theory was Will real was not my own. It was something I read, but something I noticed after reading that was you never see the figures in the storm and Will. The figure in the storm, you never see it or Will at the same time.
See, I would totally agree with you, except we see Will alone in the storm. Gemma's off, but we see Will. They clearly show Will in a shot by himself in the storm.
Mm-hmm.
True. It's just a question I have to throw out there.
Yeah. No, totally.
No, I
'cause
think he's real.
Yeah. I also think he's, but I understand where it's coming from, because she could have just fallen through that roof and landed in the astronauts pit, like with all their information, and she could have actually done that all herself, but
True.
I do not believe so.
Now the next question: was his story genuine? Did NASA really send him and three scientists there through the monolith to know it? Like, was this a real thing? Because how would NASA know that it's safe on the other side?
They don't.
Go on.
Yeah, they didn't. But as soon as he said, I'm from the year 2001, I was like, he is Dave. He's the guy that survives at the end of 2001: A Space Odyssey. He went through the whole wormhole portal, crazy tripping balls shit, and ended up on this planet.
I can't let you do that, Dave.
No,
exactly.
I mean, there was lots of, in this universe, there's a lot of secretive things that NASA did, so it wouldn't have been put out there, and it probably wouldn't have been on the books. That's why no one's ever went, oh, what happened to these guys?
Well,
they were probably astronauts that had no connections. They had no family. They didn't have any connections to the Earth, because they knew that the chances of them coming back are slim to none.
Well, I also think that NASA, how did NASA know it's safe? They were clearly not the first people to send people through.
Right. And I forgot about that because we saw the flashback.
1800s, they've been doing it since the 1700s, 1600s, something like that.
Victorian.
Right.
Yeah. So whatever, because we don't know what society that is, right? Because that's clearly a secret society that was sending people through. So maybe whatever society that is got NASA to send people, continued their mission. It's the Templars, guys.
Or something.
So, or something.
More questions that come up. What is with that storm on the planet? Obviously, there's an entity in the storm.
Yeah. Smells blood.
It's not
attracted to blood. Right.
It's not a storm. It's something that's making a storm around itself.
And we know that this monolith was like, Inhumans were scared of it because it was a Kree device meant to lead Inhumans to their doom. So, or like sacrificing things to this entity? Is the planet itself the entity?
Or was, because see, what I was sort of thinking in the back of my head was, maybe this was a planet that was inhabited by people, and the Kree wanted to send the Inhumans, because they were making the Inhumans as an army. Maybe they wanted to send the Inhumans through the portal and destroy this world, or
destroy this thing, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You never know.
Maybe this entity is some superpowered Inhuman. Like, really overpowered Inhuman.
I don't know.
Maybe it's something, said, or maybe it's an enemy of the Kree Empire.
Yeah. Well, Will did say that the scientists thought that this was once like a Garden of Eden, and then this.
Yeah, and it was destroyed.
And Gemma kind of just swept that under the rug, and I'm like, that's probably true.
And then the other thing, is the planet itself alive? Because, he's like, oh, there's a 30-meter canyon, that we can cross, that we have to get across to get to where, you're saying the portal's going to open. And then they get there, and they're staring at, like, half the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
There's no 30-meter canyon. He's like, it was 30 meters the last time I was here.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't want us to leave.
Exactly. So either that creature can manipulate the terrain, or the planet is or the planet is using the storm and a figure or whatever to do what it wants.
So that leads to the couple of theories that have come out, and this has come from Reddit and other areas and such. One, the entity is death. That's the death that Thanos is in love with, and this is how they're slowly introducing it to
Wait,
us.
I didn't connect that. You said death before, and I was like, okay, yeah, death. Sounds cool. But I fucking forgot that Thanos was
death, yeah.
Yeah. But, then they shoot that down with, they're going to introduce that through the show. I mean, what better way? Because they said they're going to start, bringing the whole cinematic universe together where everything's going to reference each other.
Yeah, and you can have a glimpse of it here, but truly introduce it in later installments of movies or whatever they're actually going to do with it.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think they would. I mean, in order to go back, I think they'll find out what it is, and then if it is her, I mean, that's a little early, so they might not do that. I have a feeling that this is there's a definite ending to this.
Mm-hmm.
Either they go back or they can't. There's going to be a definite ending to this.
So
but I think in having a definite ending does not mean that we get the answer to what that thing really is. Because them being able to go back and them being able to save Will doesn't mean they're going to figure out what's going on. Or even where that planet is.
You know Fitz is going to want to. You know they're all
I know Fitz is going to want to.
And you know,
Look how long Fitz has taken to do other things in this show.
And you know one of them is going to figure out a way to figure out where this planet is.
Yes.
But, okay, so that's the
especially
first...
by the stars.
Mm-hmm. The first theory of the Marvel character that this, is. The second theory is that the planet is the planet Ego, also known as the living planet. So, there is that possibility. I have a feeling... Go ahead.
Big possibility.
Yeah, because the whole terrain moving thing and everything. I have a feeling that Erika's headset died.
Yeah, possibly.
Well, that sucks.
Be okay.
It'll be okay.
It'll be okay. I don't know. I was noticing things. The one thing I noticed that was kind of funny is like she kept rewatching the video of her birthday over and over again, and she was like, and it was kind of like fit because they're like, oh, we wish you were here, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And she's not there, and But I did notice also they made her a TARDIS cake. And
oh, did they?
It was a TARDIS cake. It was just something I had to rewind and figure it out.
That's super funny.
But yeah, and so I mean, I know Will. I know they had their little thing, but I think in his heart of heart, he knows that where her heart belongs. And she was like, and it belongs to Fitz, obviously. So he was just like, go. He was like telling her, he's like, just leave, go without me, basically.
Yeah. And I forget. I think that was all the theories for... Oh, yeah, the other theory is that Will, because of the way he said, and, I quote, perhaps I'm mad. Perhaps I did go mad and kill everybody and murder them all. The theory is that he's Maximus the Mad.
Oh, interesting.
Who's pretty much basically one of the major antagonists in the Inhumans. By the Inhuman storylines.
So when his name be Max?
Mm-hmm. Black Bolt's brother and all that fun stuff.
But not Will.
Yeah. But then again...
Well, doesn't mean he won't change his name. I don't know.
He changes his name.
There's a whole lot of other stuff here because how convenient, that she runs, the only living person she runs into speaks fluent English, is a NASA astronaut who she would be interested in because it's science-y.
I was going to say that.
But he's not a scientist, though.
It doesn't matter. He's from he's an astronaut. He was in the Air Force. He explored the stars. And, Gemma is obsessed with the stars. Yeah. So, everything almost seems like it was too perfect.
Too good to be true.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I bet.
As soon as he started speaking English to her, and she starts saying all this stuff, I'm like, "How is your first question not how do you speak English?"
Exactly. There were a few things.
We won't know. If he does come back, I'd like to see what happened, and then I'm pretty sure Coulson, and then we'll do some recon on NASA and see what the hell was going on. And
they'll pull something out.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
they're definitely. I think it's all going to lead to whatever weird organization was sending those people back in the 1700s.
I'm sure, and I'm sure with at the very end when Fitz brought it up to the computer and was like, "We're going back for him." They're going to have to talk to Coulson, and they're all going to be like bringing all the paperwork all together.
So now question time.
Because as soon as morning comes, Bobby's gonna come in and see them just furiously working and be like, I'm sorry, what's happening?
Yeah.
That. So did Fitz figure out how to create a portal? Like tunnel through, manipulate the effects that were there and, create his own? Did he find another monolith?
Well,
By, scanning for its signature or something?
I don't know. He had all the dimensions of it, so maybe, if there's one,
Yeah, he had a whole
if there's
bunch of
one,
data.
If there's one, there's more. They've always said that there's more. There was more.
On Earth?
Yeah. And another planets,
Did they say that?
They've always hinted at, not so directly said, they've always hinted at it, especially when they brought in the guy from Ghostbusters, the Asgardian. He's been looking for he's been trailing all these different places all over the earth about wormholes and the portals and stuff like that. So he knows that there's others. There's others out there. And he's trying to destroy him. So.
All right. Well, we'll see. So next episode is called Among Us Hide. And here's the bit on it. The stakes get even higher as Hunter and May continue to go after Ward and Hydra, and Daisy and Coulson begin to suspect that the ATCU may be keeping a big secret from S.H.I.E.L.D.
I was actually gonna say something about the what are they? The ATCU?
Yes.
ATCU, yeah.
I was maybe they're the ones connected with that secret society that sent the people back in the 1700s.
Quite possibly. For stealing the theory I came up with 30 seconds ago.
Because I thought of it about 10 minutes ago and couldn't work it in to whatever I was saying at the moment.
So, you know what? That is a good theory. There's the big secret. Maybe they know about the other planet.
Because they are another secret organization.
Maybe Rosalind is a Kree in disguise.
I would love it. I would love it. Especially since her and Coulson have that, flirty banter that I'm in love with.
And
I love it so much.
The promo, the television promo.
Evil?
Evil.
Evil.
The television promo kind of gives the hint that Andrew is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was the death of her ex-husband.
I'm not okay with that. I have to say, I'm not okay with that.
Leads to the rebirth of Agent May.
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I'm not either. I think they're just trying to sell it like he's dead.
If they want her to believe he's dead, I think Ward and them have him.
Yeah.
Because if he's really, really, I don't know. I don't think he either he wants the May to come back, and I don't know what he's thinking, because that's really stupid on his part.
I don't know.
I got nothing.
But the thing is, they're like, but Hydra already knows that they're coming. I'm like, oh god, how the fuck?
Yeah, Hydra already knows that they're coming. Maybe that's the big secret the ATCU has. They're one of the new heads of Hydra. Seems too obvious, though.
No, because I don't think that they're really bad. I don't think they're 100% evil. I think that they're not on the up and up, but I don't think they're the bad guys. They're not Hydra.
No, I don't think they're Hydra.
Erica's just bolding her, disagreeing with me.
They're evil!
All right, so anything else, guys?
No. Just wait for next.
Really fucking good episode.
It was.
Exactly. So now we just have to wait till next week. So, on that note, Rachel, where can they find you?
They can find me at Twitter at Savannah17 and at Twitch at Savannah.
Okay, Clio, how about you?
You can find me and my message in a bottle of wine at Cliomoto on the socials, and on Twitch at the Cliomoto. Put a the in front of that.
Erika, where can they find you?
Pretty much everywhere at Erika Ray 7. What does that say?
Eric Kravitz runs the ATCU. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Thilladrin. You can find us all on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, MySpace, and YouTube at ASOTV Podcast, all one word. You can follow us there for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. If you're watching us live, you could probably catch the tail end of iZombie, which is going on right now, or you could stay tuned until 10 o'clock, and we're going to do this episode of Supernatural, which, in my opinion, is easily one of their best, if not top 3 episodes ever. And that's saying something. Thank you all for watching. Farewell.
Bye-bye. Evil!
Evil!